各位听嘻哈音乐长大的 homie 们肯定对这个 logo 不陌生。Lyrical Lemonade 抒情柠檬水出品，必属精品。还记得我第一次知道这个制作厂牌16年前看刘赞刘 Most 的 MV， 它让我很直观地感受到 Lemon 制作的内容创意包装更加 Z 时代，新奇、卡通、梦幻融合在了一起，有手绘，有复古，有撕裂，有 glitch。rapper 们在 MV 表达自己的同时，也在用音乐说话，就是这种奇妙丝滑的组合，让 Lyrical Lemonade 成为最成功的制作厂牌，制作了一系列热门音乐视频，合作包括了刘 Vuzi、Juicy Ver、Lil Skies、Triple Red、Central C 和最新合作的 Drake 和刘雅缇，所有你能叫得上名的 rapper， 创造这一切成就的人，27岁的创意天才 Bennett。 那今天我就来跟大家分享这个凭一己之力改变了 Hip Hop Music Video 视觉景观的人。
Said that no one in that room know how to tell that story better than he did, and that's kind of how I feel with Lyrical Lemonade. You know, in those early moments, I wasn't looking for advice or mentorship or anything because it's something new, it was something fresh, and it hadn't been done before. And the only person who knew how to get it done was me, and wherever I took it. And here we are.
2013年，17岁的 Bennett 沉迷于嘻哈音乐，创立了自己的资讯博客，分享热爱的音乐内容。他的母亲帮他想出了博客的名字，并给了他一台摄像机，自此创立了 Lyrical Lemonade。命运的齿轮就此转动，他开始为芝加哥当地的说唱歌手指导音乐视频。在博客采访中，他说自己最开始的制作大部分都是免费的，因为他需要机会落地创意，也需要平台崭露头角。一步步练习摸索的同时，迎来了多米诺骨牌效应。
Lemonade. First line, you know I got the Lyrical Lemonade.
Shout out to Lyrical Lemonade. It's delicious.
这就让我想起了自己的故事。我在上大学的时候，给也许是很多人的潮流启蒙一宁 TV 做剪辑，那时候几乎也是免费的。但有时候一宁去拍 Supreme 会买一些 T 恤配件从纽约寄回国给我。等我大学毕业，进入了球鞋媒体，了解更多有关于球鞋潮流的知识。现在我依然热爱，在行业里摸爬滚打4-5年，采访过无数设计师，从 Ambush 主理人 Yoon 到国潮 Attempt 主理人梁栋。剪辑拍摄过很多时尚大刊，也接触过各种艺人。抱歉扯远了 OK， 我们回到 Bennett 的故事。
The video blew up overnight, and I did the video for I think like $800, and it did 1 million views overnight. And
in one day?
In one day.
Wow.
And it changed this artist's life, and that artist's manager called me, and he was like, hey, I owe you. And I was like, no, you sent me that cash out for $800.
Yep.
Like, we're good. He's like, no, you just changed my life and my artist's life. Like, I owe you. And he was like, let me wire you $100,000. And keep in mind, at the time, bro, I have like maybe like $3,000 in my bank account, and my rent at the time, my overhead was like always biting into whatever's in my bank account. So like,
close.
He's saying $100,000, and I was like, I'm thinking he's fucking with me. I'm like, nah. So I'm like, nah, man, like I can't take that. I thought he's just being nice. You know, people have fun. I'm like still learning about how people operate. I'm like, that's too good to be true. Next day he calls me. He's like, $90,000. Next day he calls me, because I keep denying it. Really? Because I'm like, I'm not gonna take this money from you, and I also like am I even deserving of it? Like, what? It's a lot to be thrown on you. And then he finally gets down to $60,000. I was like, he's being serious.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. And I took the $60,000, and he asked for nothing from me. He sent me $60,000, and that $60,000 really changed my life. I got the first ever Lyrical Lemonade office with that money, and built out, and I got a new camera set up, and I got a new desktop. I mean, it's emotional even talking about it, because it's just like, that's not a common thing. And
definitely not.
You know, it meant a lot to me. It changed my life for sure, and I understand that that's not something that can happen to anyone. You know, that was just like the grace of God, and I just moving with pure intentions and doing things because I love it. People, it pays off, man. And I'm not gonna say that's gonna happen, but you know?
Yeah.
当然，一路成功没有经历过失败是很可怕的事情。Bennett 也经历过被 pause 和被替换，给 Migos 花了4个月的时间制作 MV， 超过了100个小时剪辑修改，最后没有发布，以至于 Bennett 一度不想干了，放弃了。但是又有一个超过3亿美元的电影项目想找他当导演，来持续沟通一段时间后，又被通知要换人了。So this is life， 机会与失败同在。Lyrical Lemon 在2013年、2023年这10年推出了超过400个视频 ，YouTube 订阅人数超过2000万。同时，他也会把幕后制作故事放在副频道，供大家学习揣摩。这一切都源于 Bennett 知道他真正擅长和热爱的是什么，享受这个过程，创作就是触手可及的东西。所以你看到有些 MV 甚至是用他的 iPhone 拍摄的，时刻都在学习和再创造。
So it's amazing to see that people are realizing that you don't need some fancy camera or really a camera at all, because to get into it, cameras can range from $3,000 to $4,000, and a whole lot more, depending on what you're looking for. But you don't really need that anymore, and as time goes on, you're gonna need that less and less. So I just want people to understand that, you know, the entry level into making music videos is lower than it's ever been. And I think that's an exciting thing. To some people, they may be annoyed, but I think that's beautiful. I think that it's a good thing. It's a great thing. Back when I started, like 8-9 years ago, in my small town that I grew up in cornfields in the middle of nowhere, I had my friends make music so I could make the music video. You know, they got to practice their music and I got to practice my video skills. And it was life-changing, you know? So I think the first thing is figure out if this is something you're passionate about. And if it is, go out there and just create, just have fun.
才华横溢的 Bennett 出入 A$AP Rocky、Tyler 的工作室，与 Justin Bieber 合作，也受到了 Drake 邀请。Bennett 逐渐被大众熟知、认可，走向金字塔顶端。而人生是一个又一个章节，在制作音乐视频的同时 ，Lemonade Lemonade 也以独特的 IP 和 Nike 合作推出 Air Force One 经典球鞋，推出自己的厂牌周边与柠檬水饮料，甚至苹果公司也向 Bennett 抛出橄榄枝。但是 Bennett 也说，很多人喜欢 Lemonade Lemon 时代是2016到2018年，但是他更专注于2023到2025年，所以猜猜看 Bennett 在未来又会创造出怎样不可思议的故事呢？本期视频也花了很长时间，我想要做有意义的内容，希望这期视频可以鼓舞人心，做你们想要做的任何事情，保持热情与洞察力，你的未来也可以很精彩。也请不要吝啬你们的点赞、收藏与关注，希望我与你们可以互相成就。好啦，本期视频到这里就要结束了，我们下期再见。
But, you know, when you really believe in yourself and you really understand what you've built and you understand what your potential is and what you can become, none of that stuff really matters.